Hello. Today I want to share with you what I'm doing to making my visions really work and how I'm setting the goals for this year. I recently bought this incredible year workbook and planner made by amazing Leonie Dawson, and I'm not really that creative. I really use left brain a lot. I'm logical, I'm methodical, I'm good with numbers, and going into creativity was, I love doing crafts and stuff like that, but I never thought of myself as being a really creative person. But this workbook really brings out that imagination with me because it's so colorful. I just can't resist playing with it and working with the colors and with all the images they're in. So what I did is I put it into a notebook that I got. It's, I would say, ad. So I covered it so it's not visible from where I get it. I will put some embellishments on. I will put some nice pictures when I've done with the visioning part, and the first page will be sort of my vision board for the year. But what I love about this workbook is that it makes you reflect on your past year. And I'm always saying that the first thing that you should know and should do is being grateful for what you have. And oftentimes we are so focused on what we don't have, and being so focused what we have to do and what we have to achieve, that we forget that we are making steps every day. We are making steps every year. And if you go back to your year 2012, you will see that you achieved some major goals, maybe not the one that you still want to do, but count your blessings, see what was there for you, what worked and what didn't work for you, what you learned from your lessons. And the closing part of the review is making a gratitude vision board. So this is what I did for my year. See, I created some products, I created some courses, I did some lectures, workshops. This is all my gratitude vision board. And I also included some private stuff, like I went with my husband to Jonas Saraf's workshop. I've been with my family to Bali volunteering in the learning center. And of course I had some fun with my kids and our dog and stuff like that. So go over your photos, go over your pictures, your inboxes, your wherever you put your stuff, the things that you're saving, your products, services, your bills, whatever you're doing, go over it, and you will see and you will find many things that you already achieved and that you can be really grateful for. And then it's planning part. The planning part is actually started with the visioning side. So what you want to be, what you want to do, what you really envision for your business this year. And you see, it's very colorful, and I love doing some creative work with it, and it's like a workbook that you really love to take into your hands. I have many journals in my iPad and many notebooks, but they are so sort of plain, and even if I make really nice covers and stuff like that, they are not very colorful. Being a methodical person, it's all bulleted or in line and in perfect order, but this one is so colorful, and just every day that I review it, I go over my goals, I go over what I wrote for the last year, I wrote what I want to do this year. So it makes me really excited about the year ahead. And apart from making your goals really measurable, in a ways of how many clients you want to have, how many Facebook followers you want to have, how many Twitter followers, how many blog posts will you write, how many newsletters will you send out, and stuff like that. It's also about what you want to be, what you want to achieve, a part of the financial part, what you want to learn, what you want to give. And one thing that I found really useful is the little habits that makes you shine. And Leonie puts it this way, I cannot draw like that, no way. But I really like the idea that creating habits that are not, it's not like you're expecting to change overnight. It's the little steps. For example, it's move your body for at least 5 minutes. Anybody can do that. Or meditate however you like. You know, it's not like, oh, meditate for 1 hour every day, because we all know how busy we are, and you know, from going from 0 to 1 hour is a huge step. Or maybe keep your desk decluttered and stuff like that. She gives you examples of what you should consider, but then it's also a blank page for your own habits that you write. And this is the one that I struggled the most, because here is how you spend your biz time. And in reality, I don't spend it like that, but it surely feels like that. And being more structured and being more specific of what I want to do and how I'm going to achieve my goals, it gives me more perspective on my activities, on my daily schedule. And there is one thing that I sort of like, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it. It's the idea that you should have always with you some sort of note or something to remind you what to do when you're stuck. Little ideas like go for a walk, go under shower, or stuff like that, but something that you think for yourself, what would be your way of dealing with stress and overwhelmed or whatever you are facing in your business. And then of course you're making a dream board, which I haven't done yet. And the most important part of the workbook is the planner, is the calendar with every month. First is the yearly review, like here. And I managed to put on every month, I put something that I will create, that I want to do, like event, workshop, or stuff like that. I didn't go into details for every month yet. I'm sort of doing it for 2-3 months ahead. But here is a great review, so you have the big picture in your head, and you see where you're going, what's your next step. So it's easier for you to put into the real calendar, into the real dates, and to really chop your big goals into steps that you need to make, assigning the date to it and the deadline, and thinking about the time that you will spend on making it. And of course there is not just a calendar, it's a simple page that you write your actual goal in it. And I must tell you, I wrote for the January very low number, as you might see, just because it was already like 20th of January when I started doing it. And I was thinking, 10 more days, I cannot do much in 10 days. And I was really going low. But once I wrote down this number, I really see it every day, because I'm putting more stuff in the calendar. I really got some great ideas, and I'm pretty sure that I will, double or triple that number already in the January. So I'm excited, and I wrote all my numbers in a pencil so I can erase it and hire them, because I'm really excited that I can make it happen. I can do it. And then what I did is like my own twist to the workbook. I got a gratitude journal from Leonie too. You can get it as a gift on her webpage, and I cut it out and I put it here so I can write my daily gratitudes about my business, because I have a gratitude journal for my general life, for other stuff in other notebook, but here I want to put everything that's connected with my business. And you see there are some other things. Here are the thank yous, and then here are the ideas that I have, or maybe some suggestion that I get, or whatever comes to my mind that can be important, maybe now or maybe in the future for my business. But since I really love working on this workbook, I will review it. This is one thing that Leonie suggested, that you make every month, you make sort of a day for review and to plan ahead and see where you are and what else you need to do. So I'm making every last day of the month a really day for me, sort of a retreat to go over the stuff. And this is a way to keep you on your track, and I really love the way that she's presenting it. I'm very excited about my whole year, about the workbook, about the way that I'm putting my goals down. I always sort of have big visions, and I had some goals, but I never chopped it down to a specific action, so I got lost in everyday life. So I'm pretty excited, because I believe that this workbook will give me direction and will give me focus and give me the drive to do whatever it takes to do whatever I chose to do. It's not that I have this big vision and then I wait what will happen, but it really, I'm making it happen, and I cannot recommend it enough. So look down for the webpage where you can get your own workbook. And I'm working on a business part. She also has a life workbook for your life, and I'm getting them probably next year. Okay, thanks for watching.